Hey guys, welcome to this week's fishing report. Live here at Tavernier Creek Marina, Sunday afternoon. It's a busy day. Why? Because not only is it a Sunday, but it's the first day in probably about a good week and a half that the winds lay down below 15 miles an hour. So when that happens on a weekend, it is busy, which is awesome. You want to see people being able to get out there, enjoy this nice weather, a little bit of good fishing going on. And that leads me where I'm at today here with a little bit of a fishing update. Now, I didn't fish last week because of the wind. It was just too janky for me. So what we did last week was start getting ready for grouper season. Super excited. Appreciate all you guys that have booked so far. It's like absolutely my favorite time of year. For a lot of guys that like to go deer hunting, they know that they look forward to opening day. I always look forward to opening day fishing for walleyes and all the sport fish, muskies, when I lived in northern Wisconsin. Absolutely always look forward to it. It was always on my calendar for a day off. So I look at grouper season the same way. Just a lot of fun to go out there and chase groupers. Now, not only with groupers, we have the gray tilefish opener coming up. You have the snowy grouper opening up, and all those amazing, awesome eating deep drop fish. Now, we just finished this weekend. I actually took the weekend off to get involved with the Helm to the Hearth event at Three Waters Marina. Actually, Three Waters Resort down in Islamorada. It was, I have to say, spectacular. Some of the best chefs in the state of Florida were there. It was I was there for a 2-night event, and we just finished up a nice brunch there. And I have to say, I had this bluefin tuna like this morning for it was like, I was so good I can't even talk about it. I mean, my tongue is twisted up still. Just couldn't believe how good it was. So I'm here at the marina now. Wind's coming down a little bit this afternoon. It's getting ready to pick back up again. Also, one little tip for you guys too, as you're coming into your marinas in the morning and you want to know what's going on with the sargasm weed. Now, it is sargasm season. The sargasm weed is moving in. You get a hard easterly wind that pushes it in. But I was coming to the marina closer to a low tide, and I want to see, what I got going on as far as water clarity. If it's clean inside my marina basin, I know that it's going to be pretty good water outside the reef, which means there might be some really good dolphin that are fishing that might have pushed in along the side. And what happens is that it may not happen in the morning, but it may happen in the afternoon, depending on what the tides are doing, what the moon's doing, and all that good stuff. So we're coming up on that new moon. It's the absolute best time to target dolphin in the Florida Keys. I'm telling you, we're already starting to see big dolphin being reported in the Bahamas, and we're starting to see a lot of dolphin off of Stewart, which tells me that it's starting to happen here. It's a little late on the migrations. There were big dolphin reported caught over the past few days in the Bahamas. Fish up to over 50 pounds. That is so encouraging. Even though it is the Bahamas, that's a great sign of a healthy fishery, and you're going to see some big stuff eventually coming out of Marathon here. So if you don't believe me, just keep an eye on those Instagram reports coming out of Marathon, because it's going to happen. Now, what I seen today was there was reports of some small blackfin tunas off of the Islamorada hump area. You can go make some quick turns and burns on the hump, drag some feathers, catch some tuna, and then go look for some dolphin. And then also too, the reports of yellowtail snapper fishing along the east, especially along the edge there. In depths of 65 feet out to 100 feet. Now, the deeper you go, the bigger they get, but this time of year it can be just the opposite because the spawn. So the spawn is a little bit later, and it's really setting up to be a awesome May moon, because I do believe that with everything being the way it is right now, is that the May moon could mean some great fishing for bottom fish. Super excited. Which leads me to this month's edition. It was Florida Sportsman magazine. So back in December, I got a call from Doug Olander. He's an outdoor writer. He's been around for a very long time, and he called me up and said, Ryan, I want to talk to you a little bit about yellowtail snapper fishing and what you do. So over the phone we talked, and I gave him some insights, and just I think it was 3 days ago I went, and Melinda and I went to the store, and we're like, wow, there it is. This month's edition of Florida Sportsman. It's a feature called Snapper Time. You just go to the feature section. It's a great article, well written, well put together. And what I really like is it talks about other fish species. It talks about beeliners, vermilion snappers. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there is a trend where there has been, like, not a trend, but I'm seeing some really big vermilion snappers being caught all the way up to North Carolina. And some of the vermilion snappers are potentially state records for those areas. So it's been like pretty crazy. So what we're seeing is fish that typically we have down here or that are in the deep Gulf are showing up the coast more, these giant vermilion snappers. So we catch them, they're always mixed in with the mutton snappers, and my clients, they're like, we don't want to catch it, it's kind of like one of those things where they would rather catch muttons. They get spoiled a little bit. That's just how it goes with good karma. So over the years, the clients have been very spoiled. I like to spoil them. But we do target those fish when the muttons are a little off. So, and sometimes that's all there is to catch. The beeliners come in, they just invade all the mutton snapper spots. And then we'll also see all those red snappers here pretty soon, and they're going to infest the mutton snapper spots. So one day you're going to have really good mutton snapper fishing, the next day you're going to go back out there, and so there's going to be nothing but red snappers. So just how it goes. So make sure you guys pick up a copy of this month's Florida Sportsman. And I always like to layer in, anytime I get called for an article or do an article for a magazine, I always like to layer in a few nuggets for people. So go pick up the magazine and take a look. It's well put out. Doug did an amazing job with it as far as the layout goes and telling the story. Print is not dead. Don't let anybody tell you that, because there's so much noise out there. So just know that print is not dead. A lot of people want to say that. It is not. So, but those that know. Okay, what do we got going on the rest of between now and next Sunday? Seth grouper, yellowtails. We'll be changing it up a little bit. You also got red groupers, reds. Our red groupers taste amazing versus the Gulf. I do believe that the diet and the meat is a little whiter. I just absolutely love to eat the red grouper here that's caught off the keys here in the upper keys. So it's so much. They taste so they taste amazing. So at least the ones that I catch. I'm just kidding. I had to be a smart ass there. So okay. Last but not least, we've got I did launch a new grouper and yellowtail course that's available. And the last time I launched a grouper and yellowtail course was several years ago. So anyhow, this is, I'm really gonna get into some specifics and some tricks about catching blacks and yellowtails. So make sure that the link's in the bio, get signed up. I'm stoked about this course, so I'm not going to say any more about it. So, super excited. Okay, tackle shop. Last but not least, so some of the things that we've really worked on here at Tavernier Creek Marina is, and we really believe in doing things right. That means that things take time to get the right people, to get reliable people, build things that work. And one thing that you see down here anywhere is that people get too ahead of themselves, and then they don't have the right people, they don't have the right plans. And I'm very, very happy with the way that the live bait program is working at Tavernier Creek Marina. We do have the best live bait program as far as the way it's being done and the way the way this bait is handled, seasoned, and taken care of. With that being said, that falls back onto you guys, because a lot of people have asked for this for several years. Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? Things take time. And every time I see somebody try to do something down here, when it comes to throwing something in place, it usually falls apart. So we take our time, we do things right, and An awesome setup. So stop by, get some nice pilchards. Now the sizes vary just depending on how bait migrations go. Okay, but one thing that we do have is some awesome sabiki caught pinfish. Sabiki caught pinfish for grouper season, and these are the size that you want for groupers. Okay, and they are fast and they have a lot of color. I call them jumbo bluegills. These things are like just they're awesome baits. And then we still have the shrimp as well. So stay tuned. We've got some other things planned at the marina for live bait and fishing tackle as well. So like I said, we do things right at the marina, and that's the way the owners have always been good at that. And they keep the customer in mind. So as far as fishing with me, I'm get on the books for the late May. So I think my first available, I think I got like the 15th open, and then the rest of May is filling up quickly, and June is starting to fill up as well. What I'm going to be doing as fishing goes, it really just depends on the dolphin migrations and what the client likes to do. I do build my program around what the client likes to do. It's just I do my best to snappers, groupers, generality. But if that's not happening, I'm going to be honest with the people, and we're going to go, and if the dolphin fishing's good, then we go dolphin fishing. That's it. So I target what's biting. That's it. Also too, just know that it's not a menu situation like Amazon. I can't just make fish. I can't just push a button to make that happen. Some guys can, because they come with the right attitudes. They get on the boat. They're very open-minded about what they target, and they're just grateful for that fish. Those are the guys that crush it. Those are the guys that crush it. They really do. They really work hard. They're on the rod all day, and I can tell when somebody isn't like with it. And the guys that catch fish on my boat, they listen, they understand what's going to happen, and it's so funny is every year they're like, he called the bite. He said it was going to happen this. So there's times when you just will know when it's going to happen. Just you're out there so much, you're like, it's going to happen in 5 minutes. And it's usually, okay, you get one bite, you get 3. And then if I'm not getting the bite, then I'm doing something wrong. And I am not afraid to tell people that I'm doing something wrong. That means I got to make a change. And the clients that are with me understand that. They're like, okay, make the change. We trust you, make the change. It might be a little bit more of a longer run to another part of the reef to make it happen, or it might not happen till later. So and I also get asked, what's the best chart of the book? Sometimes you crush it in 6, and other times it takes a full day or longer. It's fishing, man. I don't have any I'm not a genie. I'd like to think I am, and most of the time I'm right. I am, and the guys that have been with me long enough know. So if I tell you it's not right for something, it's best not to challenge me on it. So because I know who's catching fish where, what time. So it's one of those things. That's why you should be listening to these fishing reports, because I'm just going to tell you like it is. I can tell you where to be, but you still have to catch fish. So if I told you that you need to be in 750 feet at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I would be in 700 feet at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So just make sure you listen to the fishing reports, because that kind of stuff will be layered in. Those that know just picked up on what I said. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So appreciate you guys tuning in to this week's fishing report from Good Karma Sport Fishing. Like I said, stop by Tavernier Creek Marina. Check out our marina, beautiful marina. If you have a boat, brand new boat, you want to get a slip here, call the marina office, get a quote. The absolute best marina in the Upper Keys for recreational anglers that want to slip their boat here. For recreational anglers. Okay? That's all I got for the day, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.